Hi, it's Mare from Lilac Pages. That's the name of my Etsy shop. Here at YouTube is Lilac Spaces. I have a new journal that I have finished, so I'm going to do a quick flip through. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and like this video. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, the stats on this is 9.5 by 7. It has approximately 53 pages. And it's tons and loaded, just like my regular journals that I, typically do. This time I just made it all whimsy, a little crazy, a lot of booklets, but a lot of embellishments like many of my other journals. So it's whimsical and colorful, and I don't typically use a lot of color in my journals, but I just love the way this turned out. It's real cute. Okay, the spine has Tyvek in it. I do that in many of my journals, especially because I embellish heavily. I made a little boho bead on this, and in the pages here, in the centers of the signatures, I have little charms. And I also have a charm here. It does open. It's magnetic. And I just used some fun melon color cotton fabric. It's vintage style as well. Whoops. I made these oversized buttons with some collaging sheets that I've done, and then just tied some little embroidery string here. And I just love these my Bookhouse books. I do have a lot of different colors, and just thought, well, it's time to use one. Here's a little booklet in the front. Made these little very high sheen little tags. I put a vintage picture in here, but you can, let me see how you get in there. There you go. You can take that out and replace it with a picture of your own, but I just thought that was real cute. This is some of the collaging sheets that I've done, and that's the back, a little envelope with a tag and some writing paper. Open it up and it just has a little title here. You can flip through the pages for some journaling space. In the back I left blank here for either a picture or some more writing. Some little tickets and tags that go into this little pocket here. There you go. Okay, I usually just put that in there like that. Here's a frame that I've done a little embellishing with some Tim Holtz paper dolls. Little picture in here. Again, you can change out the picture, but that is a vintage actual photo. And a little card here. Thought the colors matched well. Use some old book page. A lot of collaging and sewing in this. Try to go a little faster. The story begins. A little tag. A little vintage postcard. Thought the colors went really well. And I believe it's, 1953. Oh, and here's a little piece of ephemera here. That's the back. Made this little balloon. Some little doll things here. Little girls with wings. Little journaling card there. A tuck spot with some paper. Another tuck spot. Copy of a vintage receipt and some very old book page from a workbook. Avocado dyed paper, coffee dyed parchment paper. This is an old ledger sheet. Super cute. Oh, ledger sheet. Lots of area to work on it. Journal on. I did some gesso here. Plain sheets here for writing. Old book page. Little calendar page, little kitty's face, little parchment paper here, little pocket I made here, just collaged on an inventory tag, put some lines in the back, another vintage postcard. Can't really make out the year. Looks like 48. And I'll let the owner read that. I think they're very interesting. Also has a little side pocket that I put a little tag. Oh, I forgot to put my string on there. I will do that. Some more collaging here. Journal card here. A vintage receipt. And this one had some vintage music paper. It had flashcards in there. So I made a little tuck here, and there's actually 2 pockets down here. I made this booklet to go inside of it. This was from a Dina Wakley tutorial that I saw about binding booklets, and if I haven't already, I'm going to be posting a video on a tutorial for this. It is the 3 tape or canvas binding, so I'll show you how to do that, and it's easy, but just thought it'd be interesting. Did some collaging on that and just made a little booklet here. A few areas to put a few notes and do some journaling. Put that back in here. A lot of my pages are reinforced by either fabric or washi tape. More book page, music sheet, book page. A little envelope here, tucked here in the flower. And I made this into a little thicker card. Areas for journaling in those spaces. Big tag. Put some lines on the back here. I gessoed here for either writing or a picture. Your old book page. And here I just have a little belly band here, a little tuck with a tag, a feather. Some tickets in this. Little charm here. Oh, this is the center. And in this one, I put this little house. Thought it was cute. Here I have another tuck spot with a cluster here. And this has a couple of little tickets and a little booklet that I made. It's an old quilt here. Area for journaling here, book page. This is from the Paper Outpost. I saw Pam do this, so I will put her YouTube channel link down below. And she also made these bookmarks, and I thought I would try my hand in it. I also I was working with some epoxy, so I made this little. I just thought it really went well. This little flower one, and you open this up like this. I put a little. Made it my own a little and put some paper here, did some stitching, opened it up, put some washi, and just added that little charm. And that slips right in there. Here's a tuck. I just made a little envelope, little ephemera here to journal on the back, areas here for journaling, little vintage Dewey Decimal card, a little bag, a little tag. It's a sticker, so you can put that anywhere. I think I had that in the bag. Little guest check. So those things just slip in there. Here I made just a pocket of an Edith Holden page, a little booklet, vintage ledger, and just some parchment paper. A couple pieces of ephemera, great to write on the back as well. This is a pocket, and in here I put a couple pieces of vintage ledger. There's one here, and this one's a long one from 1933. So there's areas for journaling here, and there's a full blank page on the back. So ledgers are so fun. They can get brittle. I thought that would even make it a little more special. Journal on it and tuck it away for a keepsake. Some area of collaging here that I've made into a tuck. Another little booklet. Little sticker here. Area to journal here. That just tucks up there. And there's the back. Parchment paper. book page. Little tuck spot with some tickets in that. Some more of that ledger. Just put an area for journaling here and here. And this some old ledger paper there. Just did a little stenciling as well. I made these 2 pockets. I used some of my collaging sheets and made some, just die cut some flowers out of it, made a couple of pockets, made some journaling cards in each one. Thought that looked fun. There we go. Here's a little tuck spot with a pink envelope. Love these book pages here. They are very old. I did reinforce with some washi tape. And here is just a vintage receipt, a soda receipt with a couple pieces of ephemera. I just paper clipped on here and made this little crystal charm here. A couple of tickets, a couple of vintage tags. Did some decoupaging here. Collaging there. And I just paper clip them in. This side, this actually you can put a picture in here, a really long one, or a couple of short ones, I think. I really liked this image, so I decorated the back so that would show through in case you didn't want to put anything in there. Here's another little charm. Let me see if I can get a better... There we go. Oh, still have some glue on my fingers. And there's some parchment paper that I've just added, extra journaling area here. A deep pocket here with another collage tag that I made. And a blue envelope. A little tuck spot, another vintage postcard here. Vintage little school paper here. Notice here's our journaling card here. Little tag that you could add a few sentiments on. A couple of copies of vintage receipts, vintage ledger paper. This is a vintage, just like a railway guest ticket, I guess. Vintage postcard here. And I just made this little tuck spot. This is an envelope that I've decoupaged and decorated some embroidery things on it. A little butterfly, added some little gilding and luster polish. Here's a little mini journal charm that I made. Area for writing here. Oh, that's it. Nope, that's just decoration. Okay, I want to make sure I wasn't missing something. Here's a little pocket. Decoupaged an envelope, a couple little tickets in here, and then this door opens. It has a little bunny tag in here, and a little area for a little word or sentiment. Just tuck that in there. You could tuck a little note in there. It's also a pocket. It's not a vintage postcard, but it's made to look vintage. I just thought it was super cute and matched really well. Another decoupage envelope here and a tuck spot. You can put your own picture in there. But I put this little vintage picture with these 2 little girls there. Thought it was super cute, and I believe that picture is a copy. And these are just some little ephemera. Some stencil work here, little tab, little charm here, little bow. I made some tags out of some collaging paint sheets that I did. Some collaging buttons and vintage laces here. And I just made this little card out of a vintage book page and made some lines on the back. This is just a card from a paper pack, I believe. A little envelope I made. Some inking and stuff on there. And a little sheet. For more spaces. I could also journal back here on this little vintage record sheet that I got from Etsy. I mean, this is a little Winnie the Pooh homage here. Did a little tag with Piglet on there. It says Silly Bear here. This is an embroidered butterfly and a little quote here. And I just put it on there with a rusty paper clip. Big tag. Lots of area for journaling here. Made this little cutout. I just put a picture back there, which would look really cute with any picture, but that is an original vintage picture. And I just made this little fun little shaker tag. And I thought, oh, that would be cute. A little picture was behind it, and it just fit really well. Put a little, another little picture here. I just put some, like a Band-Aid type thing on some of that faux vintage tape. This is an original vintage picture. A little card. Another vintage postcard. Some more tickets. Little tuck spot I put here, and I just put some little ephemera. I thought that was super cute. Put some lines on the back. A little collage tag as well. And that's part of the, I can't even think straight today, the decoupage collaging sheets I make. And this is another picture here that you can take out. I did decorate the back, so if you wanted to leave that empty or put something smaller in there to be pretty in the back as well. Here is a vintage can label, I believe. And I just put a little tab here to take it out. I did put paper, lined paper underneath, so you could write on here. And this just tucks back in here. Be great for a little picture right there. Did some sewing. Some really pretty collage here with some vintage laces, some crystal charms. I made this little teapot stick pin. And here is a little file folder. I thought the colors were go really well in this miniature paper dolls box. This ice cream cone comes out. A little journaling space here. I made this little cutout tag that you could flip up. And I just put some film here, and then there's a little girl picture underneath. Here is a kite, recipe card, and another journaling card. And this little scene here, I just added some flowers. I did add her legs on here. She's from a vintage book page. And just some little polish on those to make them glisten. Little side pocket, copy of a vintage photo, large tag, tuck spot here with a vintage letter from 1930, and it does have the letter inside, so let whoever gets this journal read that. Another vintage postcard, very interesting, the 1955 for the postcard. Used a lot of my my rolls of collage collage fabric pieces and scraps. And here's a little charm, the dog. I thought the colors went really well together, and it was fun, keeping with the theme. Vintage ledger paper, vintage service call paper in that I've just tucked in there. Seats, parchment paper, little book page, Rosy Posy. And there's a little tag here. And just put that up there. And it does have a little pocket. And that is a vintage receipt, 1921. Okay, now I'm not gonna, there we go. Okay. some more paper, some more area for journaling, some more big buttons here in the back. And I did make this little booklet. Isn't that back cover pretty? Made this little booklet. It's empty, but it's lots of area. Put some washi tape in there, a bag, some blank paper, just for some extra journaling. Oh, that's the back. And the other charm here is a little mushroom. Loved the colors and how it went well together. And that is the back. And okay, guys, well, thanks for watching and looking at my channel and this video. This will be available in my Etsy shop soon. If not right now, I'll definitely put the link in the description box. And look for that tutorial and have a great day. Thanks a lot.